Hello and welcome to another section of this complete Node.js course. In this section, we will learn about aggregation framework in MongoDB from our Express application. And we will also learn about some Mongoose features, like we will learn about pre and post middlewares provided by Mongoose, and we will learn about virtual properties. Now, we are going to start this section by having a high level overview of what is aggregation framework and when to use it. So in this lecture, we will learn what is aggregation framework, when to use it, and how to use it. Aggregation framework is a powerful tool in MongoDB for retrieving and transforming data which we retrieve. We have already learned about find and find one method to retrieve data from a collection, and these two are the default methods for retrieving data from a collection of MongoDB database. But sometimes while retrieving the data, we might want to do some complex transformation on the data before outputting the result. So for example, let's say we want to get the total number of hotels in a given city and get the average price of each hotel. So let's say in the application, in the UI, we want to show hotels by city, and we want to show the total number of hotels we have in that city, and we also want to show the average price of hotel. So this type of data transformation we can do with the help of aggregation framework. Another example is when we want to do some analytics, like let's say we want to find the total number of bookings per month for a given city, and we want to know which month had the highest bookings. And using this data, we might want to give offers to our customers for those months in the next year. So this kind of analytics or data transformation can be easily achieved using aggregation framework. So in MongoDB, aggregation framework is a powerful tool that enables you to process and transform large data sets within the database itself. It operates on a pipeline principle where documents are passed through a series of aggregation stages, each performing a specific operation. And this allows you to efficiently perform complex data analysis and reporting tasks without the need of extensive client-side processing. So as we learned, aggregation framework works on a pipeline principle. Here we will have a collection, and the documents of that collection goes through a series of aggregation stages. So for example, this dollar match is an aggregation stage. This dollar sort is an aggregation stage. This dollar group is an aggregation stage. And in the same way, this dollar project is an aggregation stage. So the first stage of the aggregation pipeline, basically all these aggregation stages combined together, it creates an aggregation pipeline. And the first stage of the aggregation pipeline, it operates on the documents of a collection. And the next stages operates on the result of the previous stage. So this match stage is used to filter documents from a collection. Let's say in the collection we have total 100 documents, and using this match stage based on a given condition, we have filtered 50 documents. So now the next stage will operate on the result of the previous stage. That means this sort stage will operate on the 50 documents which this match stage is going to return. And what this sort stage is going to do, it is going to sort the data. So let's say the 50 documents which we have received from the match stage, we are going to sort it in ascending order using a field. So this sort stage is again going to return us 50 documents, but in a sorted order. And on that result, this group stage is going to work. So this group stage, it will operate on the result of its previous stage. In this example, it will operate on the result of this sort stage. And in the same way, every stage, it will operate on the result of its previous stage. Only the first stage in the aggregation pipeline, it operates on the collection. Rest other stages operates on the result of the previous stage. And after the last stage, we get a result, an aggregated result. So the important points you need to remember about aggregation framework is that in aggregation framework, a document is passed through different aggregation stages to get the desired result. And these stages combined together are called as aggregation pipeline. The first stage in the aggregation pipeline is applied on the documents in a collection. As I mentioned, in the aggregation pipeline, the first stage will always operate on the documents of a collection. and rest other stages, it will operate on the result of the previous stage. So every other stage in the pipeline receives the output of its previous state, and therefore each stage is applied on the result of the previous stage. And it is also possible that you use same stage twice in the aggregation pipeline. So for example, let's say after the group stage, using the group stage, we can group documents together based on a given field. And we are going to learn about these stages in our coming lectures. But let's say after you have grouped the documents, you want to filter them again based on a given field. So after this group stage, you can also use this match stage again. So one stage can be used multiple times in the aggregation pipeline. That is also possible. So these stages are basically the aggregation operators which we apply on the documents of a collection. In this section, we are going to learn about some of the important stages and we will understand them with simple real-world examples. Now here, let's understand aggregation framework and aggregation pipeline with a simple example. So let's say we have our bookings collection. Now let's say what we want is, first of all, we want to find all the booking documents where the year is 2025. So this bookings collection is going to store all the booking documents from all years. But using this match stage, I want to filter all the booking documents where the year is 2025. So using this match stage, we are filtering all the documents from the bookings collection where the year is 2025. Now, after I have filtered all the documents where the year is 2025, I want to group all those hotel documents using the city field. So for each city, I want to know how many bookings were made for year 2025 and what was the total number of sales for each city in year 2025. After that, I want to sort the result of this group stage in descending order based on the total number of sales. And once we have sorted the documents, I want to get only the first 5 result from the sorted document. So the sort stage, it is going to return us a list of documents, the group documents based on city, and the result will be sorted in descending order based on total sales field. Now, from there, I want to get the first 5 documents and that I want to get in the result. So in the final result, we are going to get the first 5 cities which had the most bookings and which had the most profit for year 2025. So this type of data transformation and analytics can be easily done using aggregation framework. Remember that all the aggregation stages combined together creates an aggregation pipeline. In this example, in the aggregation pipeline, we have total 4 stages. So all these stages combined together creates an aggregation pipeline. And each document of a collection passes through the stage of aggregation pipeline, returning a new result, and the next stage of the aggregation pipeline is applied on the result of its previous stage. All right. Finally, let's also go to mongodb.com and there let's check the documentation of aggregation framework. So here I'm in MongoDB website. From here, we are going to go to resources and we are going to go to server documentation. After coming to this documentation page, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to search for aggregation pipeline. So here we have some results. So let me open this aggregation pipeline link and aggregation pipeline stages link. Then if I scroll down, we should also have aggregation pipeline operators. So here we have aggregation operations. I want to check if we have any aggregation operator. We don't have anything here in the result. So let's go to aggregation pipeline documentation first. And in there you will see, if I scroll down, so here it says complete aggregation pipeline example. I'm not interested in that. Okay, here it is telling us how we can use an aggregation pipeline. So if you want to learn how you can use aggregation pipeline, how you can use different stages in the aggregation pipeline, you can check out this documentation. But let me go to aggregation pipeline stages documentation. And there, if I scroll down, you will see all these stages which is supported in aggregation pipeline. So we have this add field stage. So in this course, we will have a look at this stage. We have this project stage, which we are going to talk about. We have this unwind stage, which we are going to talk about. We have this match stage. So this also we will see an example. Then if I scroll down, we have this group stage. This is one important stage and we are going to learn about it in this course. We have sort and limit stage. So we are also going to talk about these two stages in the coming lectures. Here I'm not going to cover all the stages of the aggregation pipeline because that is out of the scope of this course. But if you want to learn about all the stages or most of the stages of the aggregation pipeline, you can check out my MongoDB course on my YouTube channel. There, I have covered aggregation pipeline in great detail, and there I have covered a lot of important stages. All right, now you can also learn about these stages in detail from this documentation. So for example, let's say if I want to learn about this match stage, I can simply open this link, and in here, I can learn about the match stage in detail. So what this match stage is used for, basically the match stage is used for filtering the documents based on a specified query filter. Then you can see the compatibility. So in which MongoDB versions you can use this match stage. You can use it in MongoDB Community Edition, you can use it in Enterprise Edition, and you can also use it in Atlas. Okay, then you can also see how to use match stage in an aggregation pipeline. So this is the syntax. First you use this match stage, and after that, to that you assign a document, and in that document you write your filter query based on which you want to filter the documents. So all these things you can learn about each of these stages in detail by going through this documentation. All right, so this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. In this lecture, we had a high-level overview of what is aggregation framework and what is aggregation pipeline and when do we use it. This is all from this lecture. In the next coming lectures, we are going to see some of these stages and we are going to use them in our code. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.